Bless your heart, sugar. Bless your heart and all your parts. Because I know you messed up your foundation. And I know why you messed it up. You did your eyeshadow and you forgot to set your under eye first. You forgot. But I'm going to show you how to do it right now so you never forget again. Okay? First, you want to do whatever you're going to do. If it's your foundation, conceal under your eyes, all of your skin type prep, okay? Do that necessary base. And then we're going to set the under eye area, okay? I don't know why is it when I decide to record or go live, my body starts deciding it wants to make all these moves. So y'all ignore it, okay? Y'all ignore it. Y'all ignore it. So pick your powder that you use under your eyes. Today I'm going to be using Reveal Cosmetics HD powder. I'm going to be using our yellow shade. Okay, it is very, very finely milled, so it's going to almost look like yellow flour if flour was yellow. Okay, it's going to be really soft, silky, and smooth to the touch, and it's going to make your makeup look like perfect skin. Okay, so I got my powder puff. This is not my favorite powder puff, but this is the powder puff that I have in front of me, and I already used it earlier. And I'm not going to dirty up any more powder puffs or any other tools that I don't have to. So that's that. These are not my favorite powder puffs, but they're okay. And now I'm going to use the back of my hand to smooth the powder out on the puff, okay? On the tip of the puff, because I'm going to be working right underneath my eyes. Now, here's the thing. We are not intending on baking, but this is similar to baking. But first, you want to put just a very light layer of powder right beneath the eyes. I'm just tapping it on because I want to use as little powder as possible to do this. Okay? And once I feel like I've got the amount of powder on there that I want, that's when I go back. And you can turn the puff over if you want to. If you want to use a clean side, make sure that you don't add any more powder. But I just want to make sure that I press that in, okay? I want to press it in. And I've showed you guys how I do the roll and press technique when it comes to using powder puffs. So make sure that you are being very gentle, but that you take the time to roll the powder puff, that you don't miss any spots, and that you are pressing with some pressure, okay? Now, my under eye is set. I could literally put my eyelashes and my lips on and get up out of here, okay? But if I still needed to do something to my eyes and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to ruin my foundation, I'm gonna go right back into this powder. I am going to use the first side that I use because it already got a bunch of powder on it. And I'm going to pick up some powder on the tip. And I'm going to pick up a lot of powder, okay? I'm still going to smooth it out. And then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to lightly tap it in, okay? Can you see that? I'm going to lightly just tap it in. All right. Now, I'm going to go on the other side. Same thing. I'm just going to lightly tap it in the under eye area. Make sure that you've got just a little too much. Just a little too much, okay? Like, you know that you would look at it and you would dust off the excess. Like, that's too much, child. Okay, so this could be considered baking, but we're not doing this for the purpose of baking. And using the HD powder is going to alleviate it being too thick, too cakey, and give that effect. Now, if you leave it on long enough, eventually it is going to start looking like you baking. But the reason we're doing this is because if I was going in doing my eyeshadow, and I'm just going to demonstrate because I pretty much finished my eyeshadow. But let's say I wasn't finished my eyeshadow and I felt like I needed to clean this up and I needed to add some and it wasn't bright enough, or I didn't get enough in my crease. Right here I have hooded eyes, and so sometimes I do decide to go back and define my crease just a little bit more so my eyelids don't look or feel too tiny to me. And let's say some fallout happened. I didn't really have any fallout today. Sometimes fallout can be because of your brush motion. Sometimes fallout from your eyeshadow can be from the eyeshadow being of low quality. Sometimes it can be because you're a little too aggressive when you are picking up the product from the pan, or when you are when you're applying it, okay? But for whatever reason that you may get fallout tends to happen right here. Fallout tends to happen, and actually, let's add a little bit more, okay? Just in case, let's bring it down just a little bit. So let's say you were doing your face, and maybe you were doing your brows, and you use a brow powder. And sometimes powders can be a little messy, okay? So you would put this on before you do whatever it is that you do that might get messy. And this powder that you just applied over the part that's already been set is like your insurance, okay? It's your makeup insurance. I like that. I said that first. I ain't heard nobody else say that. If you repeat that, tell them where you got it from. It's your makeup insurance. And so all I have to do now, once I finish whatever it is that I'm doing, my eyeshadow, my brows, and I want to take that excess off, I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. And this isn't my favorite brush to do this with, so let me find it. I generally do this with a fan brush. Get you a fluffy fan brush. Generally, the bigger and the fluffier that fan brush is. This is a fan brush. These were good doing this, but isn't a traditional fan brush. But I can whisk away. See how that excess powder's gone? And along with that makeup insurance powder that we just whisked away, goes all of the fallout that could have happened. So thank God we didn't have no fallout today. But if you are a person that feels like I'm kind of messy when I do my makeup, I just need a little bit more insurance, I'll feel more comfortable doing my eyes a little more regularly, or practicing doing my eyes, if I could figure out how to clean up that fallout, that's what you do right there. Okay, apply that before you start your eyebrows or start your eyeshadow application, and leave it on until you are done. And then take you a good old fan brush and whisk that fallout and that extra powder right off the face. And you may have to work at it. There's nothing wrong with it. You may have to work at it just a little bit. The other thing that I do, this is a clean, dry brush. The other thing that I do is I use my dry makeup eraser to help release that product out the brush. Shouldn't be a whole lot of product anyway, but sometimes it just makes me feel better to do that, and you can do it too. So that's that. Especially if you're using something that was really dark, if the fallout was like really dark, then use something like this, or a paper towel, or a makeup towel to remove some of that stuff before you go back in and do more cleanup. So hope this makeup tip helped you. I'm Dina Bruton, your beauty architect, and I absolutely love helping women to discover their unique beauty and a signature style that allows them to do their makeup fast and flawlessly using my capsule method, and allowing them to do their makeup and be able to replicate it at any given time. So Thank you for being here, and I will be back on YouTube more. So make sure that you subscribe and tell a friend. Bye.